Rose Tax and Bookkeeping Services is the new leader in tax preparation of Tarrant County. They take their time to get to know each of their clients on an individual basis. Their attention allows them to understand and manage every aspect of your personal and business finances. All services are tailored to fit you. To contact Rhodes Tax and Bookkeeping Services, call or text 567-328-9335. Rhodes Tax and Bookkeeping Services.
Do you have clean home dreams? Made to Achieve is a quickly growing cleaning business for both residential and commercial jobs, as well as RV cleaning in the Paulding and surrounding areas. Owner Miranda Slaughter started the company in August 2022 after struggling to find local, reliable, and affordable cleaning help to support her growing family. Count on Made to Achieve to be professional, timely, and efficient. A team of 2 employees, always background checked and insured, bring all the supplies to each job. For convenient scheduling, clients get reminder emails and text updates. To learn more or get a quote, visit Made to Achieve on Facebook or call 419-796-9720. Made to Achieve, where we achieve your clean home dreams.
Big things are happening at Paulding Putnam Electric Cooperative. We're getting ready to launch a whole new brand, and lightning fast fiber internet is just the beginning. It's the same co-op you trust, now bringing you the speed, reliability, and local service you deserve. Curious? Fill out our interest form at ppc.coop. And don't miss our Member Appreciation Day on Saturday, July 12th from 9 to 3 at our Paulding office. Food, fun, and a celebration of 90 years strong. Paulding Putnam, a legacy of power, a future of connection.
This is Ryan Flint. We're journeyman linemen for Paulding Putnam Electric. We're going to do a demonstration today on high voltage on our power lines. Show you some of the good things, some of the bad things. Try to keep you guys, you and your kids safe. If something happens in a car accident or for whatever reason, we can get you guys to go home safe without any fingers and toes. So, a little bit of how this is being fed. There's a breaker panel over here on the back side. I'm feeding 110 off. Through this breaker, this is just nothing more than safety for us. Through a double throw switch, through the transformer. The transformer works both ways. It'll transform electricity up, or it'll transform it down. It just depends on how you're feeding it in, right? It doesn't care, it doesn't discriminate. So putting 110 in, when it hits that line up there, we got 7,200 volts in there now. Okay? Feeding down through this device here. It's called an OCR. I'll go a little later, I'll describe, tell you what that is all about. Through this line, down this cutout, which is protection for your guys' stuff at home, the kids' Game Boys and Nintendos and stuff like that. To this transformer that's breaking it back down to 110 and lighting up the light bulb. So, back to the double throw. For those of you guys that have generators at home, the portable kind, they're wonderful. They do great things. The problem with it lies is most people don't know how to wire one up, and they go in and they run an extension cord from the generator to their 220 outlet, whether it's their dryer outlet or their stove outlet, plug it in and backfeed their whole house. Works great for you guys, but it's also kill us guys out here on the line. If you don't throw that main breaker in your panel, when you do that, you're backfeeding through your house with that transformer, and you're putting 7,200 back out on that line when we're out there working. Hundreds and hundreds of linemen every year get killed for people doing that and not knowing what they're doing. So if you've got a generator, double throw switch, this is a manual kind, they're relatively cheap, or you can get the automatic kind, where as soon as it sets its powers out, this will trip, and so that way that generator can run and it won't allow backfeed back onto our line. See, I got lights on now down there, so I'm running, like I said, 110, 7,200 to 110. Ryan's going to draw an arc right now. Well, let's go back and talk more about our gloves and sleeves real quick and our boots. Our boots, these are secondary protection, right? Meaning we only use them as a form of safety and protection, but by no means is there any guarantee that they're going to keep us alive. They're tested at 20,000 volts at the factory. The minute we put them on, the warranty's off because we're always walking through thorns, we're walking through broken glass, we're walking through water. You know, and it's all stuff that'll blemish the boots. So again, them are secondary forms of protection. Our gloves and our sleeves also tested at 20,000 volts. Our gloves, we've got 3 pairs of gloves. We've always got one out being tested. We got our primary glove that we wear every day, and we check them personally every morning before our first job. We're looking for any kind of a blemish. If it doesn't look right, it gets taken out of service, and our secondaries come out. A hole so small that water won't leak through, electricity can get through, and that's our lives that we depend on. Same with our sleeves. We got 2 pair of them. 1 pair is always being sent out. 1 pair as our primary source. We see something wrong with them, we take them out of service, we grab another pair off the shelf, we're good to go.
Are those things you can buy, like we, or is it just up to
No.
you? No?
No. These are very expensive, and not just anybody, they don't want just anybody owning them, right? Because then they think they're Superman and can do that. You know, God bless our firemen and our sheriffs and everything, you know, they're great people, but they have a bad habit wanting to go pull our meters, and they don't have our equipment. That's like asking us to go put out a fire without a hose. You know, we don't try to do their job. We don't. So go ahead and draw an arc. So Ryan's going to draw an arc. This arc, I don't know what guy figured it out or how he figured it out, but they claim that an arc off of our power lines off of 7200 is 10 times hotter than the sun. Takes a smart man to figure it out because definitely smarter than I am. They're beautiful blue. They're always cool to see, but also if you see one, typically something bad's happening, right? If you see that, you need to run the other direction. Don't go walking in there. So, I told you we test our gloves before every job. We have 1 pair being tested out. If we're out there and something happens where we get burnt, when life light comes, because 9 times out of 10, that life light is going to come if somebody gets hit by electricity. I don't want them bringing me to Paulding. I don't want them taking me to Parkview. I don't want them taking me to Defiance or Toledo or anywhere. Take me straight to a burn unit. You don't want to mess around. Same with somebody that gets bit by an electric line that's not a lineman. If you know they've been hit by electric, get them to a burn unit. That's the best thing you can do and the most important thing you need to do. So, we're going to use a hot dog because that's the closest thing you can come to a human tissue, right? Same moisture. We're going to burn this hot dog. When you get burnt by electricity, it cooks you like a microwave does. It cooks you from the inside out. You have an entrance wound and you have an exit wound. So, that entrance wound and the exit wound should be just the tip. So when you get to that burn unit, we're going to find where your entrance wounds are or your exit wounds are. And they're going to start watching. After 2 to 3 hours, if they don't see, your skin starts turning black and they don't see circulation back in that area, they're going to cut it off. They're going to give it 2 to 3 more hours. They're going to watch. If it starts turning black, they don't start seeing circulation, they're going to cut it off. Another 2 to 3 hours, and they're going to keep going until they can't go no more, right? They're trying to get to that live tissue. Unfortunately, the first time I ever heard this, our old safety guy, he told that to a bunch of 6, 7-year-old kids, you know. I was like, Jesus, dude, how do you tell that to a kid? But the more I thought about it, you know, how do you keep somebody safe? Scare the shit out of them. Yeah. You know, make them understand. So, I don't hold back. I tell everybody the same thing. Whether it's a bunch of kids or 90-year-old people, I tell them all the same. Yes, it does. So this is an entrance wound. And that's what it's going to look like. It's going to be about the size of a dime. And somewhere across your body, wherever that exits, because the electricity's smart. It's always trying to get home, right? It's back to where it came from. So it's trying to find that ground back to home. So whether it's your other hand or a toe, it's going somewhere. It's going back somewhere. So you're going to have 2 wounds. And that's what they're going to watch both of them and figure out what they got to do. So you might see somebody that's been electrocuted, they lost a hand up to their elbow, but they lost the opposite foot up to a knee. That's what it was. In a car accident or a piece of farm machinery, you get into the power lines, stay in the car. No matter what, unless it's on fire and you have to get out, stay in the car. It's the best thing for you, because at that time you're at the same potential. Nothing's going to happen to you. That power line could be on that car just arcing and going crazy, and nothing's going to happen to you as long as you stay there. The minute you try to get out and step down, you just created step potential, difference of potential. You're going to get electrocuted now. Quite a few years ago, we had an accident in Kalida. The guy slid off the road, hit a pole, lines come down. He was perfectly fine. He did exactly what he was supposed to. He sat there, was waiting for help. The guy that lives in the house right next to it, seen it all happen, thought he was doing the good Samaritan thing, went running out there, went to help. When he went down the ditch bank, it was slick because it had been from moisture. He slipped. What happens? Your hands go up, right? Killed him instantly. Just trying to be a good Samaritan. You know, we ask our firemen and we ask our state highway patrols and our sheriffs all that if there's an accident and lines are close, unless that car's on fire, I understand they're hurting. I understand that they're scared. Keep them in there. Stay back until we get there. We don't have the pretty red and blue lights that we can do 80 miles an hour to get there. I will tell you, when they say, hey, there's a car accident, we move with a little more urgency. To say we don't speed, I would be lying to you, but we don't speed to a point where we're drawing attention to us on purpose. I've passed multiple cops when I've been in a Paulding Putnam vehicle, and so far nobody's messed with me. I don't know what they would do if they do pull us over and we're going to an accident. I'm sure I see everybody's go, but not all of them will. Yep. So, you know, we try to get there as fast as we can, and when we get there, we can't just go up and just the flip of a switch, it's off. We've got things, we've got procedures we've got to do to keep our guys safe too. So it might take us.
So if you're in the car and you're safe, and your line's all over the place, can you use your cell phone in the car?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Yeah, you can call them, call help. The only thing you can't do is open that door and try to get out. Now, I'm going to go over, if you do have to, cars on fire, you have to get out. I'll go over that here real quick on how to get out. We have safety procedures to get things to where we can ground it to where everybody can get in and get people out. Now everybody thinks because you're in a car, you got radio or rubber tires, you're safe, right? Rubber, everything's safe. No, you're not, because all it takes is one bald tire with one steel belt showing, one hole in a tire with a steel belt showing. When you get in an accident, what happens? Your car shifts and digs down into the dirt. That dirt's hitting that rim's metal, you just created that ground, okay? So just because you're in a car does not mean you're safe.
Tell me my question.
Go ahead. So the first word in radio towers is steel belts. There's steel belts in all of them. Now this tire's been used a lot. Get over here. Okay. Now that tire's been used a lot, so things are a little bit exaggerated. But the exact same thing can happen. Just because it's exaggerated on this doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It just means we're making it more visible for you guys to be able to see it. So if you're in an accident and you have to get out because that car's on fire, what I need you to do, hey, kind of look around, see where them power lines are. Open your door and spin in your seat, keeping your feet on the stoop of the door, right? And kind of stand up and hop out. Keep your hands to your sides. Do not reach out and touch the door. Don't take such a large hop that you lose your balance and fall down. Okay? Keep your feet together. Hop out so you're touching. And then for a minimum of 30 feet, keep the bunny hop. Small bunny hops to where you don't lose control, but you're getting away. Once you hit that 30-foot mark, you can run as fast as you want, do whatever you got to do, get away from it.
The bunny hops just are safer?
Bunny hops are safer because your feet are leaving at the same time, they're landing at the same time, so you're not creating that step potential.
Okay.
Step potential is like you take a rock and you throw it in a pond. That pond, the first waves are real close and real big. The further you get out, the waves get smaller and further apart. Same exact thing with step potential.
But that's only if there's no wires near you. You can do the bunny hop.
If that car's on fire and you ain't got no choice, your choice is either burn up or get away, bunny hop and get out. Now, so when you first jump out of that car, right where you're standing, that potential is 7,200 volts. Same thing as line potential, right? The next hop, you're down to 6,500 volts. The next hop, you're down to 6,000. You just got. That's why they say the 30 feet. Now, if you're hurt, your legs hurt, where you can't do the hop, you still have to do that initial hop out of the door. But once you get out the door, keep your hands by your side and shuffle, making sure that neither foot leaves the ground or contact with the other. Okay? Shuffle all the way out till you hit that 30 feet. Then you're keeping that step potential from happen, then you're safe. You go to take that step, you just created step potential. You just created that fault. So that's how we need to see people get out. Same with farm machinery. Our farmers, God bless you guys with being alive. Them poles have been there for 40 years. They ain't never moving. Wait a minute. Since January of this year, we've had 27 car accidents involving corn. 27 poles we've had to replace since January because of car accidents. Put the phones down. Quit drinking and driving. Quit going out there yahooing around. Pay attention. Let's make everybody safe. Our right of way. The reason why we trim trees like we do, God dang, is it ugly. I know it's ugly. So before I came alignment, I was a certified arborist. I have about 16 years tree experience as well as line. So the way we trim, it's called the Shigo method. It's a proven method that is the most healthy for a tree. So if we go in there and we try to top the tree and make it all pretty and round for everybody, hey, that takes time, which you guys are ultimately paying for, because our guys don't go out and work for free. Our contractors don't go out and work for free. Hey, it takes time, but along with that, every cut you make would produce a sucker growth. Out of each cut, you're going to get 3 more growth. So if you make 150 cuts in a tree, that's a lot more sucker growth, right? And that sucker growth grows 5 times faster than natural growth. So we shoot for a 4-year cycle, so we're back every 4 years instead of having to come back every year. When I first came here, that's all we did. We just tipped things. So a lot of times I'd trim a tree in January and be right back in August doing the same exact tree. Our method is proven. It's healthy for a tree. The more cuts you make, the worse it is. Take one big cut versus 50 little cuts. That tree's going to heal a lot better than it is trying to heal them 50 little cuts. And I know everybody bitches. Everybody balks about taking the side of a tree off. I apologize. Everybody balks about taking sides of trees off. What I need you to understand is the root system of a tree is just like the canopy system of a tree, right? So if the canopy's out like this, your root system's out like this. Just because we cut that side off, that root system's still there. So it's got awful ugly, I know. And for me to say that it's never caused a tree to fall over would be a lie. But 95% of the time, it's not going to do that. We do this trying to keep our guys safe, you guys safe, your kids safe. I don't know about your guys' kids, but when I was a kid, I loved climbing trees. I was always climbing a tree. Man, I got in trouble a lot of times because I'd be way too my mom would light me up. So we do it to keep our kids safe. Also, it reduces line loss. Line loss is every time that tree comes over and hits that power line, electricity is running down that tree into the ground, right? If you look at the bottom of your bill in the fine print, I guarantee somewhere on there you're going to find a spot that says line loss. Paulding Putnam's not going to pay for it. You consumers are going to pay for it one way or another. So the more we get, the more trees we get trimmed or removed. So we don't have that, the cheaper it is on you guys too. That's how we're able to keep our costs down and not have to do the price hikes like AP's doing. Just give you an example of what line loss is. We'll take this tree limb here. And I gotta soak it in water because by the time I cut one, I'd have to cut a new one every time I go out. And I really don't want to do that. So right now you see I ain't got no electricity over here on the light, right? We just opened up that circuit. When he lays that on there, watch my light. We got power. We completed that circuit, right? So that's what we're trying to prevent. We don't want that. We want, if that circuit's dead, we want that dead. That's the reason we do tree trimming the way we do it. We got to do some switching. We gotta do some switching here. We used to do this. So I'll talk about the OCR. There's two ways to build line. There's one with protection, one without. One with is way better for you and me. Without protection, if something happens, a squirrel gets in a line, a car accident, a tree falls down, hits them lines, it goes all the way back to the sub. It blows the substation transformer. Hold on, we're gonna back up. When I said everything, every time something's different, something's different. I wasn't lying. My rubber gloves that I told you, a hole so small that water can get through. We protect them with our lives. You'll never see a lineman throw his gloves down, walk on them. You'll never see another lineman do that to anybody's gloves. We take pride in our stuff. They're our lifeline. They're what keep us safe at night. You can't go buy these at any grocery store. You can't go to your wife and get her gloves that she uses for washing dishes and do what we're doing. So this is a pair of gloves that has failed before. They got sent in and there was just a small pinhole. They've been used quite a few times for a demo, so the holes are bigger. But you can see that electricity doesn't care. I had them in a bucket of water and it looks, oh well, they're gonna because they're full of water. But let me tell you, I bet right now he could take his gloves and sleeves off and tip them up, and the water's gonna pour out and sweat. Them things, they're not air cooled. They're very hot. Things are different. So that's why we take care of our gloves and they are tested. Some rubber boots I said were secondary, form of protection. Again, I know they're in a bucket of water, but we're walking through water all the time. All this rain we've gotten, I can't tell you how the amount of times I've walked through water. When I got home and dumped out, my feet are pruny from all the water in them. Leather gloves. So I've heard people say, oh, I've touched them with leather gloves on, nothing ever happened to me. Let me tell you what, there's two types of people that have done this. One, that either needs to go buy a lottery card, because that son of a gun's the luckiest man I've ever seen in my life. Or two, he's just a bald-faced liar. Leather has absolutely zero protection in it. Your hands are always sweating. There's always moisture in the air. All it takes is just a little bit of moisture, and they will arc over. I had an uncle in our family many years ago thought he was moving a silo. He was moving a silo over by Hicksville. He thought he was kryptonite, thought he could go up there and just move them lines, standing on top of that silo. That uncle's no longer around. Killed him. So don't think just because you got leather gloves on, you can get away from it. Now we're going. Okay, now we're going to kill it. Go back to the... Go ahead.
As a matter of fact, we go down the road, we see birds and squirrels on the lines and they're not getting shot.
Because they're not touching a difference in attention. It's like you can go up, I can go up there and I can hang on any of them lines with it full juice as long as I don't touch anything else. As soon as you touch something else, created that difference in potential. That's where the fault lies. I can't tell you the number of outages we go on because birds, when they took off flying, they hit the pole and the line at the same time, or an insulator and the pole line at the same time. Or squirrels and coons. Squirrels and coons, man, God love them. They're great for overtime. Man, God love them.
I know.
Yeah.
Down out of my heart.
Yep. So our OCRs, when you're at home and your power goes off and then it comes back on, and it goes back off, and it comes back on, that's this device doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's trying to give whatever's causing that fault a chance to clear itself. If it clears it, it comes back on, stays on, you never know the difference other than it blinked on you, right? If it doesn't clear itself on the fourth time, this little yellow handle right here trips down, and that opens that circuit right there to where there's no power. But everything from that point that way still has power. It's a safety device so it doesn't go all the way back to our substations and burn our substations down. Over in Ottawa, we just had a coop get in the substation and burnt that sucker down to the ground. Over $1 million worth of damage. The substation transformer is not something that we have on stock. It's not a 3-day fix. It's a month-long fix. It's months. It's 6, 7, 8 months before we can get that fixed. So we're out on an outage and you see our lights flashing at night time at 3 o'clock in the morning. We're going to these devices to these devices. That's a fuse. We're looking at both of them. If the fuse is down, we know, okay, it's from this point that way down the line. We need to start looking for squirrels, birds, whatever it may be. Car accident, trees on the line. If this yellow handle's down, same thing. We're looking from that device down the line. Once we figure out where it's at, we can go back. We'll take a tap down so that way we know we can't work off of just a device saying that it's open. We have to have visual opens, right? Mechanical things fail every day, right? So if we can't see it, it's not open. We got to create that open. That's why when we get to accidents, we'll say we got to go open this up. That's what we're doing. We're going back to a device like this, a device like that, and we're opening it up so that way we can put our grounds on there and we don't have to worry about smoking somebody up. So we're going to demonstrate. Unfortunately, so I rewired it so it's just 110 coming across here, and I did that. We've smoked off an OCR and we've smoked off a transformer doing it so that way you can actually see the light go on and off. So now we just got 110 going off on here. You'll hear it, but you won't see the power. But when you hear it, it's doing what it's supposed to. It's trying to get whatever it is a chance to go between it. Handle just dropped. So that's what you're hearing, that's what you're seeing when you're at home and your power's going on and off. Now there's a little reservoir inside there with oil, and every time that clicks, a little more oil fills up, right? You know, on that 4th or 5th time, whatever the company has it set at, that handle drops down. So we got to give it a couple minutes for that oil to drain back down so we can reset that and keep going on. So we're going to talk about this device right here. This is your cutout. Almost all houses have one. I'm not going to say all houses. Some of them are right inside the transformer. Personally, I don't like them because we can't see them. I can see that fuse. You guys can see that fuse. So if you're at home and you hear a loud bang, you see something, see a bird or whatever, you say, yep, the bird got up in my can, door's open, we know, come straight through your house, go up, put a new fuse in, plug back in, that's back in. It also protects. Underground is a great thing, right? It's out of sight, out of mind. Landowners love it because they don't see it. Farmers love it because they don't get their tractors in it. It's terrible for us because we can't see it, right? Overhead, it doesn't matter where they're at, where the problem is, we can see what's going on here. Underground, we can't. So we gotta figure out if something's wrong going from the transformer to your house, where it's at. So not only that, in the long run, you're going to hate us because we're going to dig a big old hole in your ground to fix that wire. Guess who's not fixing that? Not us. So, I'm a strong advocate. Keep them overhead. Keeps us safe. Easy to fix. I know it's ugly, but think of us. Should be a fix. So, that door's opened up and we don't find a squirrel, a coon, a bird, anything like that, we're going to start looking at the can. We're going to figure out where it's at, dig it up, splice it back together, throw another fuse back in. If it's a squirrel, it's great, easy fix. We're going to simulate. At this point, if you don't like loud noises, you got hearing aids, please plug your ears. It is loud. It's very loud. We're going to simulate a bird, a coon, a squirrel, whatever getting into this line. We're going to blow that door. That's exactly what it's like. Yeah, that's the fuse.
Oh my.
So, they're not always as loud as that, but they are generally pretty loud. You hear that noise, go out and look out above your can, see what you see.
Got dinner ready?
That was something.
I couldn't resist.
That's a quick, once we get there and we find an animal or whatever, that's a quick 5-minute fix. We got you back on par. You got some good. What is 7,200 volts.
Every now and then you heard about one bird.
Take an arc in here to an extent. At some point, you know, like everything, mechanical, things happen. Things fail inside there, and once that happens,
I have a question. When things that happen all the time, do you guys, again, might be a woman question, but I'm willing. Do you guys have to like put the oil back in, or do you just take it?
no, once that can's bad, we can take it out, put a new can up, that one goes to the truck. We
No
can't
matter
get-
how many times this stuff happens, it might not use that oil. I mean, I get it.
Well, that oil never drains out, unless
It's boom.
catastrophe.
Okay.
Catastrophe happens where somebody hits a pole and it comes down and hits the ground and it breaks. Of course, now all that oil is going on the ground, can't be used no more.
Well, I know that. I just say it.
But it's same lines on
Yeah.
it.
What did they used to put in the cans? I know before it was highly,
PCBs.
okay.
All our stuff is not PCB.
Right.
Now it's just mineral oil.
I got another question. In an emergency, did they teach you to slide down the pole or let go of the pole?
We have life-saving techniques, yes. Yes, so if say we're in a back lot and something happens, that's another great thing. Member Appreciation Day. Please come out. We'll be doing a hurt man rescue. We'll show you how we rescue.
Good.
When is it?
You have to look on our website.
Okay, I will.
On the website. I don't know the date.
It might be July 23rd.
It's July something, but I don't know.
Okay. No, it's fine. I can look. We'll look it up. We'll
Yeah.
be there.
Come check us out. It'll be a great time. There'll be lots of things to do for kids. But we'll also be doing, I think, 2 hurt man rescues. If you missed the first one, you should be able to catch the second one. Great fun. I do a lineman's rodeo every year. They get a bunch of linemen together and make a bunch of different tasks and say, here, do this, you have some tasks. So most safe. It's a great
Does the
time.
crowd get a grade?
Huh?
Does the crowd get a grade?
No, they have judges. I mean, it's a big thing. It goes national, you know. There's people all over the world that do this. So we do this. We do it for fun. But we'll do a hurt man rescue where you'll actually see us do a live hurt man. We'll save somebody off of the pole. We'll save them, simulate it from start to finish, including CPR. So, and then, well, I think we're going to do a bucket rescue too, to where you can see us do a bucket rescue, see how that's done. So, but if we're in a back lot and we're with somebody that can't climb for medical reasons or whatever reason, we can't go do that job until we get somebody else in there that can climb that also. One person cannot climb a pole. You gotta have somebody there that if something goes south, then you can't progress your life.
I used to be able to I couldn't want to.
Oh, anything over 50 volts.
Yeah, I did not let go. My dad pulled my head. I was trying to tell him. He was kind of the opportunity that was one instance. And another instance, my first
Yeah, you got to be careful. That stuff's dangerous, you know. It don't care who you are. It don't discriminate. Man, woman, or child.
Sometimes some gold grab you and some too late. 480.
480 volts that it contracts your muscles and you cannot. 480 and up, you're not going to just blow away from it. Anything else, 350 volts is enough that you're probably going to contract and you're not going to be able to let go of it.
It'll keep going till something burns up.
I had a friend of mine bouncing off the floor because he was trying to change a dishwasher and didn't realize that we hadn't shut, not me, didn't have it shut off, and his name was Cheeseburger, and he was just sitting there, and we finally got it off, but boy, he jumped back, but he was still buzzing.
Yeah, so what it's doing, you know, it's just thinking you're a light bulb, a really big light bulb, right? It's just more load. Until it hits that certain threshold, it's going to keep going. Who knows when that threshold will be enough to get there. You know, when you see lines on the ground, just because they're on the ground, doesn't mean it's dead. I can't tell you the number of times we pulled up, had lines on the ground, out of the fire truck. You can watch them drop, they'll make glass. Sandy areas, or asphalt. I've got a we've got a tabletop demonstration I do for the little kids, and we've got a piece actually it's about this big around. It happened out on a farm over towards Monroeville, Indiana. When we came down, our firecracker sat there, and we got a piece of glass about this big.
Guys, watch Sweet Home Alabama when there's lightning strikes the sand on the beach.
Yep, yep. So you guys already know about the shoes. 'Cause I told you.
We're not up there.
If you guys do see shoes on the lines and they're on Paulding Putnam lines, give us a call. Not gonna say we're gonna run out there that day and take them down, but when we got crews in the area, we will get them off there because we don't want advertising for anybody.
But isn't that actually dangerous being hanging up there anyway? Be no different than a bird or
It is, but right now they're acting like a bird on the line, right? They're not touching. That bottom one is neutral.
Okay, done?
Yep, we're done.
Oh!
Thank you guys.
Do you have clean home dreams? Maid to Achieve is a quickly growing cleaning business for both residential and commercial jobs, as well as RV cleaning in the Paulding and surrounding areas. Owner Miranda Slaughter started the company in August 2022 after struggling to find local, reliable, and affordable cleaning help to support her growing family. Count on Maid to Achieve to be professional, timely, and efficient. A team of 2 employees, always background checked and insured, bring all the supplies to each job. For convenient scheduling, clients get reminder emails and text updates. To learn more or get a quote, visit Maid to Achieve on Facebook or call 419-796-9720. Maid to Achieve, where we achieve your clean home dreams.
Big things are happening at Putnam Electric Cooperative. We're getting ready to launch a whole new brand, and lightning fast fiber internet is just the beginning. It's the same co-op you trust, now bringing you the speed, reliability, and local service you deserve. Curious? Fill out our interest form at pbc.coop. And don't miss our Member Appreciation Day on Saturday, July 12th from 9 to 3 at our Paulding office. Food, fun, and a celebration of 90 years strong. Paulding Putnam, a legacy of power, a future of connection.
Rose Tax and Bookkeeping Services is the new leader in tax preparation of Tarrant County. They take their time to get to know each of their clients on an individual basis. Their attention allows them to understand and manage every aspect of your personal and business finances. All services are tailored to fit you. To contact Rose Tax and Bookkeeping Services, call or text 567-328-9335. Rose Tax and Bookkeeping Services.
The FFA members today are serving as mentors to our participants as they show their live stuff. The Paulding FFA, along with the Paulding FFA alumni, has partnered with the Paulding County Board of DD to put on this show. We are so excited for this program and the future. And we are excited to make it a yearly event at Paulding County Fair. Thank you to everyone attending today, and let's welcome our first group who will be showing rabbits. Our rabbits today will be judged by Carter Mans, and he's going to talk a little bit about what the participants will be doing and what we'll be looking for.
Hello, I'm Carter Mans. I'll be your rabbit judge for today. For the rabbits, I'm mostly looking for like knowledge surrounding the rabbits, how they are able to handle their rabbits, like if they're nice with them, if they have the names for the rabbits, specific knowledge about their breed of rabbits. I appreciate your patience. I know rabbits isn't much of a spectator sport, but having the participants showing the rabbits, it allows them to be very hands-on with their animals, much more so than the cows and goats, and they do really seem to enjoy the rabbits. Thank you so much for being here today. We have Logan Schuhart. We have Jessica Walker. We have Anna Rickles. And Rebecca LaBounty. Jessica Goodwin. Charles Walker. And TJ McLean. Rabbits, you are dismissed, so you can take your rabbits back to the rabbit barn and you guys can have a seat in the bleachers. Goats, if you are showing the goat, if you could just come over here in front of the announcing table, your goats will meet you here. So if you are showing the goat, please come in front of the announcing table.
Reba. So if you four could go with your buddy, or meet your buddy over here where the calves will be. Alright, the first round of calves, you guys are good to head back to the barn. Thank you. And our second round of calves, Sheena, Rochelle, and Kimmy. center of